All right, YouTube, let's talk about drivers today. The most fun club in the bag, right? The club that goes the furthest, the club that bombs it straight. Well, at least that's the plan. It's also the most problematic for many, especially you high-speed golfers out there. So let's talk about some of the things that I've noticed that can cause inconsistencies, and let's try to tie them back to a theme and how we're going to head on and tackle that theme and make life a lot easier. One of the things I see on the lesson tee, or one of the things I hear on the lesson tee is, you know what, if I just swing nice and easy, I'm okay. Wrong. What actually happens is they just dilute their problems and they don't quite come out, as severely as they potentially can. I never want you to swing easy on a driver. In fact, the engineers don't even want you to swing easy on a driver. The head is hollow, the head is lightweight, the shaft is long, the shaft is graphite. Everything about this is designed to accelerate and whip and snap and crash and bang, and you're meant to really hit this hard. Now, the problem is, and why players love to say, oh, if I just swing easy, I'm okay, well, is they don't quite know where the club is at any moment in time. So I'm going to encourage you today with some tips to learn where the club head is and to learn where you are, and realize that if we can make this X factor, X being the line of the shaft and the plane, and your spine angle being the other line, if we can create that X, you're going to feel so good about delivering the club in the same place every time and releasing it from that point every time. And I assure you, having the freedom to accelerate through impact is a really good feeling, and it'll give you more control than the opposite, okay? Contrary to what the myth is, if I swing easy, that old myth, nonsense, okay? So some of the things I like to feel like, and I am a sufferer of early extension, I've been battling it my whole career, and one thing I notice is as I get into this position, my hips and my spine angle straighten. My pelvis comes forward and my spine angle, I wouldn't say I thrust forward, but my spine angle breaks down. As I get taller here, my spine angle straightens, and from here, I'm too vertical. So my line that was once like this is now like this. That changes the way I can release the club. Usually now my club is released on a vertical plane. The swing plane's not meant to be vertical. That's a Ferris wheel. It's meant to have a bit of a tilt. And with the help of a great coach, and hopefully I can share some of that insight for you viewers today, and he showed me, if I can get the club to stand up, or at least feel like it stood up here, as it turns for home, I'm going to feel like my hips push backwards. Watch what happens as I push my hips backwards. You see how the hands kind of fall with me? So now I have a shaft and the butt of the club pointing back down to the golf ball, and my spine is tilting the other way. And there is my X. That's the X factor. That's what we're looking for. If we can maintain this for a lot longer as we turn back down to the golf ball, in this position, you're going to feel like you have to release, you have to accelerate, and you have to pull the trigger. You want that feeling. You never want to hang on to a driver, okay? So let's try that in motion and see if we can make a driver release from a great position. Accelerating, letting it go. Stand the shaft up, keep the spine angle, create the X, and release. Yep, I'll take that one all day. Have some fun with it. Remember the X, the spine and the shaft. Let them work together. Bombs away.